Hi, Internet viewers. What I did on the last video, I cut it off so that we could give you so much of it. And then I moved on to this next one here. They get really lengthy, and I'm just trying to break them up a little bit so that you can digest so much. And then we'll proceed on. So again, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate that as well. We are going to proceed on with the balance of shaping the head. So bear with me and we will continue on, okay? Thank you for the interruption. Here's that line of action up above here. Right along there. I got to go at least that deep. And I stop short of the beak. Now, once I get back, and I'll put this line of action, here's where we were, and it's coming up. Then this starts bending around here like this, comes down here, and then swings up to the middle of the beak. So from this point on, I'm going to undercut on the outside. So I'm laying my bit so I don't lose the pencil line. I'm underneath it. Now when we come up to the beak, I want to go shallow. I don't want to go as deep. And let me just mark this out so you can see it better. Here's that beak line. Okay, I don't want to blast that away, but what I'm going to do is come up to it and stop short, and then I'm going to round this right here. Just bring that around. Now, I have a big hollow in here. Here's that line of action, and this is down in the valley, and it comes around, okay? I'm going to ask you to come out here and blend this material away back into the body. Just roll it like so. Okay. So that it looks like it's rolling out of that valley. And I'm going to come up to here and blend this away so that it looks like it's rolling right up to that pencil line down in there that I just put. So what I'm going to do to expedite some of the time, I'm going to do this one side. You are going to do it on both sides exactly the same way. So here's what I'm trying to get at. If you can see, and I can see I got ridges up here, I'm pretty much rolling out of there and coming around, but I need to do a little bit more. So I'm just going to do just enough to get a nice rollover. Then I'm going to come around here and take that down some more. And notice the line of action of this channel should be going back this way, and right now it's going out. So I'm going to take a little bit more back this way like that. Okay, just a little bit. Now, I'm going to come in here, and I always put my pencil line down at the bottom here so I know that everything had to be blended away. Now this is coming around. It actually came up this way and then down. All of this has to be rolled so it looks like it's domed. and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to come in on this cheek here, and I'm taking like a 30-degree chamfer, and I'm trying to go down to where I start losing the pencil line a little bit, so I know how far down I am. So I'm going to keep on coming all the way around on this. Let me get that so you can see. I'm going to come all the way around, up to, but not on the beak. And what I'm doing is trying to get a high spot back here, but everything's like rolling. So we do a 30-degree chamfer all the way down to the pencil line, and that gives you an edge, usually right around here like this. So then I come in and I smooth that out. And then I'll put the pencil line back in again so you can see it. Comes up and down, comes around this way, and comes up. Now, the thing is, we said that we want this from the center out. So if we took a measurement straight out so that you're trying to imagine you're getting that wall of the cheek, the high point, down to 7/16, we got a ways to go here. So this is just too high. So I'm going to come in and flatten that somewhat and take down more, because we're not even close. But I'm trying to keep the pencil line so I know where I'm going. And here's what I'm saying to you. I took that down. Then I'm going to come in, put the pencil line back in. And because, let me just show you where 7/16 would fall. So if I take from the center line out 7/16, we're roughly right about here. So if I drew a line parallel to the center line, this cheek back here has to get to that line, or pretty close to it. And right now, we're all the way out here. I don't know if you can see this. You're here, and we got to get to here. So I'm going to do this one more time. This is the way I do it. You do it gradually. And I'm going to undercut it again. So I'm going to come back on the channel, and then behind the cheek, I come in again. And it's here where we're going to take most of the material off. I'm not worrying about up here. It gets real shallow up front here. It's really this area right here that you have to take down, right here. And this, of course, to get it up into that channel. So I'm going to go in, go a little heavier. Now, what I created again was an edge here, edge here, edge here. I want to blend that back into the body. So here we go. I round that over. Okay. And I round this over so that everything comes right off of that cheek. And the cheek is like the puffiest part out there. And I'm blending all of this back. so that the cheek pops out. And I usually like to roll this because I feel as though I have more control the way I'm going back and forth here. You could dig in, but if you dig in, you may dig in too far. And I like to do it this way because I have more control with it. But you'll have to find your way of doing it best. This is something I felt as though works pretty good. Okay. So, I'm not quite there. I don't have that all down yet. And like I said, we're going to do the one side. I'm going to leave it up to you to do the other side the exact same way. So, here we go. And I'm bringing this around and up. Now, we got a high point up here again. I'm going to come in on a 30-degree chamfer from here. And I'm going to try to knock that down. Okay. Bring this down. Come around. So, here's my pencil line again. I always try to keep that as best I can so that you know where you're at all times. If not, you have to draw it in again. And from the center of the eye back, it's 7/8. So, and that's the way the crow flies. And that's your boundaries with the tangent point here. And I try to maintain this. Now, I'm going to see how close we got here. See, we're still a distance away. Even if I say like a ½ inch, which would take us out maybe a little bit more from the center out. We're here, and this is out here. So this has to come back a Helen. So I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to undercut. I'm going to go through the channel. Like so. I'm going to come from behind here. And each time I bring it down, and you want to go shallow right about here. You don't want to take too much more out. It's behind the eye. You don't want to go forward of the eye. And I'm going to cut this in again, right here, and back here. And then I'm going to blend all of this back into the body. And every time you're blending, you want to make sure that the material looks like you're not just digging in. You're blending it away, so everything fits. And if you watch me on this, that's what I'm trying to achieve. Not only am I trying to bring it back, but I'm trying to keep the shape each time. I know we're getting drastic where we're coming in, but I need to maintain the shape. And if you just keep on hogging in for the sake of just digging in, you're gonna go out of control. So bear with us here. Okay. Now let me go back. I'm gonna do the exact same thing again. It came up here, came around here, came back here, ran this right on up. I hope you can see that. I may have gotten out of the camera range here again. So I'm going to clean up a little bit. back in here. I'm gonna clean this up. Now, put that back in. Now, remember, I'm going to do a 30-degree chamfer all the way around to get rid of this edge, which will lower this to some extent. Here we go. I'm going down on a 30-degree angle. And you can see once the pencil line that I have in that valley starts disappearing, then you know you're taking it down far enough. And I'm taking that 30-degree chamfer all the way around, but you're not going up to the beak. Remember that. Okay? So this starts getting reduced, and now we're getting closer, okay, to this width. And if you feel like you got an edge, and I'm feeling like I have one right here, I'm just going to take a little bit off so it's rolling just slightly. I'm not being aggressive here. And I'm going to take this down inside here, just flattening that a little bit more, but it's stoned, okay? It's dropping off this way, and it's dropping off down here. Okay. So, for now, I'm going to put the pencil line in again. And I like to do it in stages so that you stay in control and you don't take too much out. Okay. Now, there's the cheek, basically almost where we want it. Now, I'm going to show you how we adjust the top here. This here line that we created before, which has an arc that comes up to here, and you have another one on this side that's right on edge on this one too. We're going to take from the channel line up to here almost flat. Okay, so watch me here. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to take this down. So, you can see I'm trying to bring everything flat right up to the pencil line. You're getting closer and closer. Now you can see I'm almost at that pencil line. Okay. And I want you to get close, pretty close to it. Okay, so now you have just a little bit of material. Here's an edge right here. Here's your pencil line up here. So we're pretty close. Now we wiped out a little bit of the channel, a little bit, because we flattened it on one side. So I'm just going to draw a line through the channel again. And I'm going to lay my bit right in there just to enhance the channel just a little bit. Just a little bit to put it back, okay? So we have a little bit of a depression in there, okay? On this side, on the cheek side, I'm going to smooth that out. And on the top side, this is what I'm going to do. Let me tell you what I'm going to do before I do it. Here's the center line of the beak. I'm gonna roll it with my pear, up, up. Gonna knock that edge down and round that over like we would do the body. And then you're still gonna have a flat in here, but you're gonna round that over and you're gonna come right on up to the center line. So watch me here. And I'm not going on the beak, okay? Not yet. So I'm now hitting that pencil line edge and knocking it down. I'm coming up close to the beak, but I'm not going on the beak. I want a lip in there for the moment. And I'm rolling this around that edge. You can put like a chamfer on that edge and then start rolling it to the center. Okay. And let me make that center more apparent so that you can see it. Hope I'm not walking off the camera again with this. So it's rolling out of the channel eye, rolling up, knocking that edge down just a little bit. It's there, it's like a wall. And if you notice, you do have an in and out for the channel. That's staying. And then you're just rolling the top here up to where it rolls right to the center, okay? Now, that's half the head done already, okay? And we're gonna massage this a little bit more, but you can see how it starts to develop. When you do this side, it'll come out that you got your head out. Now, the other thing we wanna do too is on the beak here, we have a lip. And I want to maintain a little bit of a lip, but I want to soften this ever so slightly and leave just a little bit of a lip right in the front there, okay? And the other thing, when we were reducing the material, this should be a high point here, right in here, for the cheek area. But once you get from behind the eye forward, everything slopes towards the eyes. So I'm going to come in here and just gradually slope. So it looks like from just behind the cheek, everything slides up to the beak. And there's another thing that happens too. This channel for this eye is as wide as the eye. So when this comes up like this, I'm going to take material out right up close to the beak. Now watch me on this. I'm going to come in and reduce, but I'm not taking this pencil line away, and I want a little bit of a lift right there. So I'm coming up to it, but I'm not taking it away. And the channel comes right up into there. And this whole thing has that channel. And if you ever take it out, there's how it should look, okay? And I'll soften this again. And I'm gonna probably stop at this point so that you could do the other side the same way. And don't forget that the channel, the eye channel that came through comes up, then down and around this way up to here like we had before. So you're taking it out back to here, and you're trying to take this back at least to that line when you're undercutting. Then once you're here, you're starting to undercut behind the line up to the beak, okay? So it will start shaping up. This cheek we may have to massage a little bit more, but I want you to at least work on both sides here. This edge here too should come back a little bit more, and I'm going to do a little bit more on that. Just roll that around. Okay. So now I hope you can see how that head's developing and coming out. Okay. The cheek may be a little wide yet, a little high, I should say, but we'll get that. And then you do the other side, and then when we get back, we'll refine this. So hope you got something out of this one. And you're doing the exact same thing on the other side, like I said. And then you're also going to come in here and roll that up to that line, roll that edge, and then glide that right on up to the center like I did on this side, okay? So hope you got something out of it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate that. And if you ever need anything, please contact me through my email in my comment section. And I'll see if I can't help you out with anything that you may be stuck on, okay? And we will be doing some more refining underneath the beak here. I could see that right off. So, but we'll worry about just getting the cheek out and the eyes drilled and all that stuff. I thank you again, and I'll see you on the next video.